values and my like cultural traditions into my family and my kids, and he's the same way, which has been, I think, amazing. I think we have a good balance, and I think my kids love it and they enjoy it and all of that good stuff. And the food never gets boring because sometimes I make Moroccan food, sometimes I make Palestinian food. It's a really good mix. They learned both. They learned both dialects. They lived in Morocco for 2 years, so they learned Darija first, and then when they came here, I started to teach them Palestinian Arabic. Can we see your coffee bar? It looks so aesthetic. Maybe in a little bit. No, I'm sorry. No, I don't have student loans. My husband, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Mashallah, he paid for my tuition straight out because we didn't want to have like student debt and student loans and interest. So that was something that we like worked really, really hard for before I entered law school, and we kind of saved up our money and just paid for it. Do you love yourself? I do. Alhamdulillah, I do. No, we didn't live in Morocco. My kids lived in Morocco for 2 years. So when I started law school, I had my kids there in Morocco for my first semester because I was pregnant, and I was staying in a hotel for my first semester. When my first semester ended, COVID started in that February, and I couldn't pick up my kids because all the borders closed. Everything closed off for 2 years. And it was literally so sad and so devastating for me because my kids were in a different country and I couldn't get to them and they couldn't get to me. And we tried so many ways, and we like tried to talk to like the US embassy so I can get my kids and stuff. And it was just like this whole ordeal, and it was just like super expensive, and we were worried about where they were going to be, like who they were going to be with, because none of the adults that in the house were able to take them. So they were like, we're just going to put your kids on a plane and we're going to have like an attendant take care of them until they get to America. And I was like, hell no, I don't want anybody taking care of my kids. That's a stranger. So it was like this whole thing. And then like once the borders opened up, I finally went to Morocco and picked up my kids. So I had already finished my first and second year of law school by then. But honestly, it was like Allah, I felt like that was something that Allah made happen for me or something, because I was able to be alone and study. It was hard because my kids were away, but I was also had more time, more freed up time to where I was able to study, and I only had one baby with me. But it was definitely scary. Hi, I remember you, Afat. I'm back. I'm back, getting myself in trouble as always. It's definitely a blessing in disguise, honestly. And then COVID happened right after I had my son Adam, because I had one baby in law school. So COVID happened, everything went on Zoom, everything was virtual. So I just like had my baby with me, like studying. I didn't have to put him in daycare or anything. Oh, thank you, my love. My face, actually, I had like an eczema breakout like 2 weeks ago. So the fact, like ever since Ramadan started, my skin cleared up a lot. I don't know why. I don't know what the correlation is, but my skin was so bad like 2 weeks ago. Girl, so listen, I had to take a break from social media because it became so negative and so toxic on here that I felt like I was not happy, you know? Like I have to be like, listen, you don't want an influence, like you don't want to follow people, you don't want to follow content creators that are being fake. Some people literally get on here every single day, put a camera on their face, fake record a smile, fake record their perfect day, and then tell you like all these lies and all of these things just so they can collect a check. I don't need the check from TikTok. I don't need a check from Instagram. I don't need a check from social media. I want to be happy, you know? I want to do it because I'm happy to do it. Like when I get up in the morning, I want to be like, oh, I can't wait to record. The minute that I feel like I'm not happy recording, I'm like, I can't do this. Like I can't be fake. And I felt like the community and stuff. Thank you, my love. Thank you, guys. I'm really authentic. I cannot be fake on here. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I think this and this and that, because I know that all these people and all these liberals and all these feminists and stuff are going to love it. I know what I like. I know what I want. I know what I want in my life and what I want for my kids and what I want for my family, what I want in my home. And I say it. And the people that like it stay. The people that love it have been with me for 4 or 5 years. Even when I was on my break, they're still here, right? They're still here. And then there are people that just come across her page and they're like, well, we don't like this girl and we're just gonna hate and we're gonna troll her page and we're gonna spike her engagement because that's what happens. And then they disappear. So you're not losing anything. I'm not losing anything by being real. The people that don't like it will unfollow and they can move on. That's fine. Thank you, love. Thank you guys for the follows. Yes, I don't pretend to be something that I'm not. I think that there are like weirdos on here. They're like, yeah, girl, like do this. Like, no, like we're not judging you. Like, do your thing. No, wait, hold on. Like, I don't agree with every single thing that everybody does, and I'm not judging anybody. But I feel like people on here are so fake. Like, I feel like they're internally thinking something totally different than what they put out on the internet, and it's like low key and like cringe to see. Like, I'm not. I want to do cooking videos so bad. You are not a big bag, baby. You are not a big bag. People do live a double life. Like, no. I'm not perfect. And this is what I think and this is what I believe. And you know what? I have really opinionated stances. Like, I have really strong perspectives that are like weird to other people because they're very traditional. I come from a conservative family, right? And I'm not afraid to show it. I'm not going to act fake in front of people, right? But what does it say? Yeah, girl. If it's okay to get married 3 times, do your thing. I would definitely hide my blessings. I definitely don't talk about my life like that. But I am definitely not the person that wants to glamorize every single part of my life. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm different. I'm opinionated. I have a very strong personality and I showcase that. I just don't want to be soft and fake and weird and live a double life. Be like, yeah, my life is so perfect. Da, da, da. Like, if I'm going through it, baby, I'm offline. I am offline. I'm not about to like fake a smile in front of you guys and act like everything is perfect and everything's fine and dandy when it's not. So yeah. So I took a two-year break and I was so happy. Like, I was so happy. It was amazing. And then one day I was like, I miss TikTok. Like, I miss my TikTok family. And I was like, okay, well, now I'm going to come back because now it's healthy. Now I feel good about it. You know? Now I want to share my life and things that I'm going to. I would love to do iftar cooking videos. I actually have one up that didn't do that well, but it's up. I have one up that I made like lasagna and stuff. But I definitely will do some. Oh my god, stop. I was talking to my sister the other day about the amount of calls she has. That's so scary. I have 4 kids. I use like a random Maybelline or something mascara. I use a drugstore one. And I don't even have that much on today. I just had a little bit left and I was just like... Period. Just like, I'll move to any state that my kids choose to go to school. So I have an uncle. I would love to do that, and if I'm able to, I would. I just don't know what my other kids are going to be doing, so I don't want to move and like leave my other kids behind and then go be there for another kid. So I'll have to like make sure it's all balanced and good and all that stuff. But I have an uncle that has 6 kids. So the oldest one is a lawyer, and he stayed home. He stayed close to home and went to school. When I mean close to home, it was like 45 minutes away, an hour away at the latest. And his dad bought him a house when my uncle bought them a house. And he had 3 sons. 3 brothers were in college at the same time, and they lived in the same house, and they just shared the space. And he would go back and forth. Like his mom, like my aunt, which is my uncle's wife, would just go back and forth and like make food for them and bring food for her boys and everything, right? So the first one is a lawyer. The second one is he has like an MBA or something. He has a business degree. He stayed home. He always stayed home. He went to college home. He went to community college at home, and he has a business at home, and he never left, right? The third one stayed also in that same house that the first one was staying in, and he has a law degree. He's a lawyer. The fourth one has an MBA who also studied right there, kind of close to home as well. The fifth one is a girl, and she also studied at home for her undergrad, and then she had to move away with her husband. She got married after, so she didn't move away by herself. After she moved away with her husband and went to PA school. And now the sixth one, so he has all of his kids all done with school. They all have 2 degrees. Now the last one, she's going to law school in Orlando. That was the school that she was able to get into, and that's just what Allah, that's her destiny. And her dad moved with her, my uncle and his wife. And they're older, like they're the type of, like, they're the age, I think it's UCF, I'm not sure, but she lives in Orlando for law school, and her parents, as old as they are, left their house. Like, they have a house at home here, like in Atlanta, in Georgia. They left their house to go live with their daughter to make sure she's good and she's taken care of so she can finish law school, and then they're gonna bring her back. And then all of their kids are still home. And they're the type of parents that are like, we're in Orlando now. Like, I've seen this with my own eyes, okay? I've seen this with my own eyes, and I love it. And I aspire to be exactly like my uncle and his wife. I love the way they raise their children. They're religious. They are educated. They're very family oriented. They go to their parents' house every weekend. They're there, like, they're close to each other. They love each other. They support each other. It's amazing. I've literally seen this with my own eyes. My uncle and his wife are in Orlando with their daughter, right? Because she had law school finals. They drive 12 hours to come back home to be there for their son's seminar. He's a lawyer and he had a seminar. He had a big conference. I was attending the conference. And they made it all the way over there just to attend their son's conference. They attended for 2 days, and then they went back to Orlando to be there for their daughter. Like, that's what a parent does. It's not overbearing, it's not suffocating, it's support. That's what family does. Like, I love it, I love it. And that's the parent that I want to be. I love it. I want my kids to literally feel like my parents are so amazing. Any bind that I'm in, even if they did something illegal or crazy or something, I want to be able to support them. They're in trouble, no matter what. I'm disappointed, but I'm supporting my kids. How did you adapt to becoming a mother for the first time? Yeah, they can come to you for anything. I think that's amazing. So let me answer that question. How did you adapt to being a mother for the first time? I adapted really, really well. And I'll tell you why. I was an oldest sibling. I was oldest of 6 kids. And thank you, my love. This is different for a lot of people, because when I first started social media, I lived in like a smaller, like older house, and it was very simple. And I used to record there, and alhamdulillah, now I'm here, and you kind of just like upgrade in life, and it's nice to take you guys along with me, alhamdulillah. But I adapted really, really well because I basically raised my siblings. I took care of all of my siblings for the most part, and it was so easy to be a mom. I was so used to like just changing diapers and making bottles and feeding and cooking and cleaning, because I did all of it. I did all of that when I was younger. So I loved it. Yes, you could totally, I think it depends on the person, but I think that you can avoid postpartum. I've never really had postpartum, I don't think. I feel like I had like weird moments, like hormone level imbalances or something, but I don't know if I had a postpartum depression or anything. And the reason being, I have a baby, I give myself like a week or 2, and then I go about my life as normal, as usual. I am not the type of person to decline an invitation to go have fun just because I have a baby. I'm not the type of person to stop going to the hair salon because I have a baby. I'm not the type of person to stop getting my nails done because I have a baby. I just put my baby in the car seat and go. My baby Amir, well, first of all, Adam, I was already back at school. I have videos and pictures of me with that's gonna be the worst question I've ever seen. So I have a picture that literally has a book, like a picture of me having a book in the hospital bed where I was just like already studying. I didn't make excuses for myself. I just went about my life as usual because you have to get out of that. Some of us, like, we think, oh, khalas, we have a baby, we have to be home for 40 days, we lock the door on ourselves, we don't talk to people, we don't get out, we don't go out, we don't take care of ourselves, we neglect our self-care, and that's how you fall into the postpartum depression. Yeah, that's how you fall into. It's like, I remember Amir being 1 week or 2 weeks old, maybe 3 weeks, let's just say 3 weeks old, and I went to a birthday party with my kids. I was like, we're going, my kids deserve to have fun, I don't have the help that I need, so I'm just gonna take my baby with me. And I took my baby with me. I left him in his little car seat, I covered it with a blanket so he doesn't have any like bacteria or germs, and I didn't let anybody hold him or kiss him or anything. When it was time to breastfeed him, I would just go to a little corner, breastfeed him, and come back. My kids had an amazing time. I saw my friends, I chatted with them, we gossiped, we chilled and everything, and that got me out of depression. Like, it didn't even, I feel like I ended it before I even started, kind of thing. And then I started getting my hair done right away. I literally remember like getting my hair shampooed and like having my baby, like I'm breastfeeding him and just getting my hair shampooed and getting it blown out and everything. I wanted to feel good about myself all the time. And I feel like once we have newborns, we just forget to do that. We just neglect it because we're just so tired and everything. You need to continue your life as usual. A baby should not stop you from taking care of yourself, going out with your friends, going out to coffee shops. I went to like my baby Amir went to like every coffee shop in Dallas before he turned 1. He was in every coffee shop in Dallas, baby. We were out and about. We were wearing matching outfits and we were out and about, meeting friends, going out. Like, if I did not do that, I would go through such bad postpartum depression. It's not even funny. But yeah. I have to drink water or I'm gonna die tomorrow. I don't think I've ever finished more than a bottle of water in one setting, like after iftar. Baby, it's not hard. I promise you, it's not hard. Just do it. And once you get used to it, you can't see anything different. Like you have to just do it. So my husband works most of the time. I don't have help. I put my baby, let's just say he's still a baby and he's crying and stuff. I wait until like he's sleeping. I put him in a little pacifier. I put him in a little swing. I put him in the shower, like in the bathroom, and I see him where I'm taking a shower from, and that's it. It's really not a big deal. It's really not. I feel like people freak out more than anything. I feel like the anxiety of having a newborn, I feel like that's what makes us more tired and like stuff like that. But it's really it's the psychology of it. It's really not that hard. Oh, baby, do long distance if you can. Okay, so long distance is not for everybody. And I would love to do a video of what I love about doing long distance. Like, I love long distance. I love it. I have my own life. It's me and the kids most of the time. We have so much fun. So much fun. And then when my husband comes home, it's like this out, and he'll take us to dinner, and he'll be like, you know what, don't cook today, let's go out. I want to go out. I want to try this restaurant in Dallas. I haven't been here in a while. And the kids are excited, and he's like attending the kids' soccer game, so it's like this whole thing. And I feel like I'm dating this, I feel like I'm like meeting my boyfriend from after a while. It's fun. It's like when you're with your spouse like every single day, I feel like that's a lot. But I don't know, because I'm so used to long distance now. Long distance is pretty much permanent for me. Until he's retired, it's pretty much permanent. It's like getting married all over again, because you feel like you're with your fiance. You don't feel like you're with your husband. It's just like your man. Like, you're FaceTiming. It's fun. And then I know when he's coming, so he'll surprise me, baby. Okay, listen, he'll surprise me, which I hate. Okay? I don't like surprises, because when my husband comes home, everything has to be perfect. Okay? So I check his freaking location all the time, because I'm like, I need to know the minute that he leaves the city, like where he's at, so I can have enough time to like perfect everything. I clean the whole house. I'll put something on the stove. I'll go take a shower. I'll go get my hair done. I'll go put perfume on, and then I'll go lay in bed and act like I didn't know he was coming. Like, I would literally like just lay in bed and be like, oh my God, you're here? Oh my God, why didn't you tell me? Like, I knew, baby. I knew. I've been working for the past 3 hours. I did all the laundry. I folded all his underwear. I put it all nice in the drawer. I did his clothes all nice and organized his little side of the closet so that he doesn't have to worry about anything. I put something cute on. I already take a shower. And he'll come home and be like, you smell amazing. The house smells amazing. I'll have candles all lit. I'll have the oil diffusers on everywhere. I'll change all the plugins and make sure they're all in. So when he walks in, I'll bleach the floor. So when he walks in, he feels like, damn, she cleaned good. He doesn't know that I already saw his location and I know he's coming. So I have 3 hours to make everything perfect. So whenever he walks in, he's like, God, I miss home, you know? Y'all should be looking nice for your hubby all the time. No, my husband is not into that stuff. We don't have issue with the multiple wives thing. I feel like if it was the beginning of our marriage, I would have an issue with long distance because I wouldn't know him. But like now that I know him as a person, I know that he's just not into stuff like that. My husband is very, very like just hardworking. He's very put your head down, work, focus, do what you gotta do, get that bag, come home, chill with the wife and the kids. He's just not, mashallah, he's not like that. So it's not something that, thank you for the gifts, thank you for the likes, thank you for everything. My kids are with me all the time. I basically am a single married mom, you know? I don't like to say single mom because my husband works and he provides, so I don't want to like discredit single moms like that, but basically we see each other like every month. Like it depends. Sometimes he'll come and he'll sit for a month. You know, he's chilling and he doesn't have much work to go back to, so he'll just be here and he'll work from home for like a month or like a month and a half. And then sometimes he'll leave for a month. And then he'll leave for like 2 weeks and come back and spend another month with me. And sometimes he'll be there for a month and he'll only be able to come back and stay with a week or two and then go back. And so it just depends on what the issue is over there that he's needed that long. So yeah, it's really random. You know, I would have like moments where I'm like sick, like super sick, and my husband would have to come like on the weekend. He doesn't have to, but he likes to like help me. So if I'm sick and I'm taking care of the kids and the kids are sick, he'll come home, you know, randomly on a Friday night so he can spend the weekend with us and then go back. So it just depends. Thank you guys. What a weirdo. No, he's not Palestinian, he's Moroccan. No, it doesn't get lonely at all. It doesn't get lonely at all. No, I like it. I feel like at first when I was in law school and I was living alone, I felt like I had, you know, loneliness. I felt loneliness because it was COVID time and I couldn't really hang out with my friends like that, and you know, everything was just weird. People were weird. It was such a weird time. Like COVID was such a weird time. But like, no. No, baby, I have kids. My kids don't leave me alone. It's not lonely at all. It's so fun. Like the best thing ever is like picking up my little chair to go to the soccer field, put it down, get my little water bottle, get my little sunnies on. That's life. Cheering my kids on, oh, it's beautiful. And I don't have to sit here and like have a man sit and nag on my ear all day. Like I am happy. I love this. I love this setup. I'm okay. I don't want to live in Louisiana. My husband's stores are in Louisiana, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee. I don't want to live in those areas because there's not a big Muslim population. My kids don't have good schools there. This is perfect. I like this. Everybody talks about my railings, but I love my railings. I love my stairs. I love them, but I could change them. But honestly, I'm so tired of renovating, and I had renovations going on in my house so much. I'm good.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody talks about my railings. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, we custom built all the accent walls in the house. Do we ever go to call them? Yeah, I do. I don't care. No, I don't really care about the feedback about my video, to be honest with you. I feel like the people that got it, and the people that didn't, and that's fine. No, my husband lives in like a really small city in Louisiana, baby. It is not beautiful. It is not. It is not. Maybe if like New Orleans, I think, like New Orleans, Baton Rouge area is better, but no. I love Dallas. No, I don't feel resentful that I raised my kids myself. My kids are so attached to me. They're so close. We have such a great time, have such a good schedule, such a good routine. I love that I'm the main parent that does everything. I love it. My husband is really, really good at his job. He provides so that he doesn't have to tell me no. He doesn't have to say, he doesn't have to say, oh, we're on a budget. You can't do this, you can't do that. So he literally lets me do whatever I want. Like when it comes to that, obviously within reason. I spend smart. I'm not stupid. I don't overspend and do weird, stupid things. But I feel like we're so good at our roles. It is definitely hard, because I just saw a comment saying it's okay to say it's hard. It's so hard. It is so hard. And sometimes, especially when I'm sick, sometimes when I'm sick and their kids are sick, I get so overstimulated and I feel sometimes so like, why am I doing this alone? Like I've had those moments for sure, but he's always come to save the day. Like he's always been like, okay, what's going on? This is what's going on. Okay, I'm stopping everything and I'm coming home. And he'll come home and he'll help. He'll help with the kids. He'll take over everything. He'll take the kids to school. He'll allow me to rest. He'll take them out to have fun if they need it or whatever it is, to kind of just save the day and recoup so that he could go back to work. So, no, it's permanent. Oh my God. You know that person that keeps talking about the railings has been talking about my railings for like 2 years and won't shut the hell up about it. Look, here at the end of the day, I know so many people that would never be able to do it. I know so many people, like I have friends that are like, I don't know how you do it. I can never. And I understand that. Like I get it. I definitely understand it. And I feel like that's not the dynamic that everybody wants for their life. It's what I like and I'm happy with it, but I understand that's not for everybody. Thank you guys for the likes. So there was like a time that my stuff would like never hit non-Muslim TikTok, and then like now my stuff hits non-Muslim TikTok, and it's kind of nice to see everybody else's perspectives and like opinions and stuff like that, and like kind of like see the debate and the comments of how different our lives are. Like it's so different. Like you guys will never live together. We will definitely live together. I'm pretty sure at some point he's gonna retire and our kids are gonna get older and we're gonna want to just be with each other, and I'm pretty sure that that's gonna happen, when he's older. But like for now, while the kids are small and everything, I think he's just gonna work as much as possible, and I'm just gonna take care of what I have going on over here. No, it's not easy raising kids, but I have fun with it. Like I honestly have fun with it. My kids, so I get up at 6 a.m. I make lunch boxes for the kids, and the kids go to school at like 7. Hold on, let me do my work. The kids go to school at like 7:30, right? My kids don't come home because I have them in a hold on. My kids don't go home until like 4:30 because I have them in Quran club. I put them in a club after school. So I have literally from 7 a.m., for example, 7:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. with no kids. I just have the baby. That's it. So I go shopping. I clean my house. I sleep in. I go to the salon. I get my hair done. I get my nails done. Like, what about that is a sad life? That's not a sad life. That's fun. And then on the weekends, I chill with my kids the whole time. We go to soccer. We have games. We have all these things going on. And there's so many events. And there's so many things with my friends. And there's so many things in Dallas to do. And I enjoy every minute of it. Yeah, my kids do have activities after school, but that's when my day starts. My day literally starts at 5 p.m. I wake up at 6 a.m. I get them ready, whatever, take them to school. Why is this turning off? It's weird because the little the charger's in it, so it shouldn't be turning off. Yeah. So by the time they're home from school, dinner's already done. Dinner's already done for the day. The house is all cleaned. The laundry's done. I went out with my baby, probably went for a walk, went to get my nails done, went to get my hair done, etc., etc. When they come home, then at 5 o'clock is when we start like going to soccer and going to ballet and doing all those things. We come home, we eat, and we shower, and we go to bed. We have homework, tutoring, whatever. You know? I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this. Oh. He was a newborn. Since he was a newborn, my hairstylist, the one that does my blowouts at the dry bar, literally seen Amid grow up. She's literally seen him every single time I go to get my hair done. She's like, he's growing so much. What is he doing now? Like, she knows every milestone. Like, she knows him since he was little. He was a little baby. No, I'm not 23. My husband is a business owner. Does your husband have a second wife? No. If he divorced you in Islam, are you allowed to take half of his wealth? And I'm a layman, I don't know. No, you're not a layman. I definitely want to work. So when I first got out of law school, I was burned out, to be honest with you. And I wanted a break. Like, I just wanted to enjoy being a mom. Like, legit, I just wanted to enjoy being a mom. And I got pregnant by surprise. And wait, I recognize you. Do you have like a specific story you went very viral for? Yes, a lot of stories. So, yeah. What was I saying? But I want to work now. Like, I'm actually craving like the boss babe life. I would love to work now, but I just need a minute because my kids are going through some changes right now. My kids are going through some things. Sammy is really, really good at soccer. He just got into club soccer. Sophia also got into club soccer. She's having a little bit of a hard time transitioning, and the other girls are really, really good, so she has to catch up to them. So I have to wait until they're all settled and doing well on their own before I go and work, but I would love to work. We go to Saksi Masjid because it's close to my house. Thank you for following. Labor and delivery with schoolwork. I have C-sections. So I have C-sections. I plan them out. I make a freaking appointment and I say, listen, I have spring break around this time. So I want to do my C-section right before, like right at spring break or whatever. And I just like plan it. And I just go in and I get my little C-section and it's horrible and it's painful and it's like the worst recovery ever. But it works out for me because I could plan when I'm having these babies because it's so scary not to know. Yeah, it's so scary not to know because I have like my life used to be so packed and I was like I was on deadlines and school and finals and stuff that I had to like plan it out. But I was gonna get C-sections anyway because my first was a C-section. My first was C-section with twins, and then the second one, the doctor refused not to do a C-section, and then the third one, I couldn't dilate, so I have to have a C-section. So, yeah, I have C-sections. I had 3. Bro, I remember, if they want 1 degree, they can get 1 degree. I feel like 2 is, I know that 2 is better because you can't really do anything with a bachelor's degree. You really can't. I'm sorry. Unless my son or daughter is doing nursing or engineering or architecture. Those 3 are the ones that you could really get a good paying job, go in, get a good paying job, and then that company or whatever probably pay for your second degree if you wanted to, whatever. But for the most part, 2 degrees are necessary in order to have, be competitive in the job market. This world rewards hard work. This world is not kind to people that don't work hard. You have to put in the work in order to reap the reward. My kids can simply work with their dad and take over the family businesses and they're gonna be fine and they'll make money. But what happens if what happens if the family business just dies and we have to close all of the stores? Like, what happens? What do you fall back on at that point? Start over and do another business? Like, you know how hard that is? Like, do you understand how hard? I don't want my kids to suffer. Listen, you're young, you're in your 20s, knock out those 2 degrees and get it over with. Keep it pushing. Go do something else after. If you don't feel like you want to do anything with those degrees, like, that's on you. I don't care what you do after. If my daughter says, you know what, I have my 2 degrees like me, and like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. That's what I want to do. I just want to be here for my husband and my kids, and I'm going to be like, yes, absolutely, I support you. But as long as you have those 2 degrees, because the day that man is abusive and he's treating you like shit, and you want to leave, and you have kids and that you have to provide for and take care of, you have those 2 degrees. Remember the 2 degrees that your mom bothered you about? Yeah, you have those to fall back on, and you can use them, and you can just jump into the job market and start making money right away. I never said it's halal to take. What are you guys talking about? What are we talking about? Why do you guys have to talk about negative stuff? I just blocked. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about half the deen and half the thing and half the finances and all that. It's too negative for me right now. It's Ramadan. I'm tired. But yeah. How does it feel? I wonder how it feels to be blocked in the middle of a live. Like, you're just talking, yapping, you're commenting and everything, and you just get blocked in the middle of it. Like, what happens? Does it turn black? Or does the live end? Like, how does that work? No, 2 degrees sounds correct. I'm doubling down on that one. Yeah, I'm doubling down on that one. They'll be fine. Most of the kids in their school actually do dual enrollment. Pretty much every kid there does dual enrollment. And who the hell is that? Who is that? Okay, I thought somebody was coming to my house. Everybody pretty much at their school does dual enrollment. The school is an international baccalaureate program, and it basically prepares them for college. In high school, most of the kids, I know it's a choice, but most of the kids do 2 years and they get it out of the way. So when they graduate from high school, they have already accomplished an associate's degree. So they're already 2 years out of the way. Then, hi Lena, do your kids go to BHA? Lena, do your kids go to BHA? So most of the kids do that, and then when they get out, they already finished 2 years. Oh yes, my kids do. Lena, I'm sorry, I don't like to talk about where my kids go to school because of weird people, you know what I mean? So yeah, so they already got 2 years out of the way. They get out, they do 2 more years, that's a bachelor's degree. By 20 years old, they already have a bachelor's degree. 3 more years after that, that's law school, or 4 years after that, that's whatever they want to do if they want, or 2 years after that, that's a master's degree. By the time they're 24, they're already done with 2 degrees and they can live their life. Am I asking for too much? Like, why is that so crazy? Okay, I'm gonna repeat that, okay? My kids go to an international baccalaureate school. Girl, yes! Where do you live at? Because I live around the Saxee area, okay? I graduated high school at 16, by the way, guys. Life is really not that hard. School's not that hard. You can knock it out. It's really, really not that crazy to require 2 degrees from your kids. It is really not an outrageous request because most of the people in our community are doing it. So, most of the kids in their school, in high school, and I've spoken to a lot of these kids. By the way, a lot of the kids in their school also took 4 years off to memorize the Quran. I'm not. So, somebody keeps calling me. Most of the kids by the time they graduate high school have already finished 2 years of college because they do college and they do school at the same time. They have an entire classroom dedicated for these college classes at the school. They don't have to leave. They don't have to go to a college campus. They don't have to do any of that. They take all of their college courses at the freaking school. Okay. Life is great. Because most of the time, by the time they hit junior year, they're already done with a lot of high school class. So by the time they graduate, they're already done with 2 years of college and they graduate with their high school diploma. When they get out of high school, they have 2 more years and they get a bachelor's degree. So that's more years masters, or they could do 3 years of law school, or they could do, if they want to go crazy with it and do med school, that's fine because they've already started early. And it's really not that hard. By the time you're in your mid-20s, you're done with college. They can get married. They can do whatever they want. Knock it out. Get it out of the way. Why are we talking about it? Why is it such a big deal and like this whole dilemma and this whole conversation? The only time that I would say that my kid really just doesn't need to do that, and I think that that's too much to ask of them, is if they have like a learning disability and I could tell that my kid is struggling and it's messing with their confidence and it's hurting them, and it's just something that's really bothering them and giving anxiety and depression to be able to have to accomplish that. That's the only time I'll be like, no, hell no. Like I don't want my kid to struggle. Like, no. Well, my kids love school. My kids love school. My kids love school. Even the teachers, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. And I don't want to talk about my kids like that. I don't want to gloat about my kids online because it's just dangerous to talk about. You know, they're so precious to me. I just don't feel like I want to share that with everybody. But like even their teachers say how much they love school. Like the days, like there was a couple days that I couldn't take my kids to school this Ramadan because I was so tired. So I would just sleep in or whatever. And then my kids would wake me up and they're like, can we please go to school, please? And I'm like, bro, you guys are the only kids in America that want to go to school. You guys are the only kids in the world that are like, can I go to school? My kids are the only kids in the world that open up a laptop and like, I want to play math games. My kids play math games, you guys. Math. My kids are in tutoring and they ask me when's the next. The reason that my kids love school so much is because I studied in front of them a lot. So most of the time that I was in school, college and law school, my kids watched me study and I did homework. And I used to be like really, really like aesthetic with my homework. Like I used to set out my highlighters and my notebook, and I used to put a little music, like a little playlist, and I used to make myself love studying. Like it was a whole thing when I would study. I would get my little tea and everything. My kids would take out their little coloring books and get on the table and color, acting like they're doing homework too. So because that's all they know, all they know is education and studying and progressing and moving forward and being better and being better and being better. Not because you're pressured to do better, not because you have stress on you to do better, but because that's what we love to do. We crave doing better and upgrading our lives and having standards. My kids, Sammy got he went to a soccer game, he got 2 goals today and he was unhappy with it. I was like, why? Even if he got 0 goals and just his team won, that's good enough of an accomplishment. I'm happy. I was like, why? He was like, I feel like I could have done better. I was like, no, you did great. This is how the nature of my kids, like naturally they want to do great. They want to be exceptional. That's just the way they are. Nobody's forcing them. They were born in it. You can't blame anybody that's been born in it. Like they're born in it. Sammy's like, no, I wanted to do better. I feel like I didn't push myself hard enough in the first half and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's fine. You did amazing. Even if you got 0 goals, you did amazing. As long as you're out there and you're showing up and you're being there for your team, you're doing amazing. If they get older and that changes, I'm still proud of them. That's the thing, is like what you guys are missing is, yes, we have high standards. We want our kids to be exceptional kids, but if they're not, that's okay, because they'll always be exceptional to me. No matter what they accomplish, they will always be exceptional to me. Would I like my kids to have 2 degrees? Absolutely. And if they don't get it, that's okay too. Like, I love them so much. If my freaking son goes to the bathroom and comes back and tells me, Mama, I went to the bathroom, I'm gonna be freaking happy. Like, listen, people, my freaking kid went to the bathroom. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Like, I forget that I know that people go through like really toxic childhoods, and I know that can project onto me, but I'm so proud of you. Nikki, I'm so proud of you. My husband did not give me a curfew. I will be paying for their education. Yes. Yes, I will be paying for their education. I feel like I owe them at least that as a mom. I hate when people are like, you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to go out and then you have to get a job and you have to have a good career and you have to get a good education and you have to be a good Muslim and you have to, and then provide them zero resources to do it. How is your kid gonna do that on their own and then graduate with a whole bunch of debt? What TikTok video are you talking about? Yes, I'm a lawyer. Do you have rules for who they can marry? I would love for their spouse to be Muslim. Yeah, I just want to pay for their education and I save for that and it's something that we've put aside and we know that we're going to cover the education for all of our kids. And if we have extra and we feel like we can afford it, if their spouses are also pursuing an education and they're having a hard time, we don't want them to have loans either. And if their parents can't help them, we'll help them. So we just want our kids to be successful and happy and not struggle. So if that means that we have to help their spouses as well, we will do that. Like if we can afford it, we would definitely do it. We don't want them to struggle. We don't want them to take out loans. We don't want them to be indebted to anybody. We are like the type of family, like whoever comes into our family, your family, and we're going to be there. Like we're solid. Like we're going to be there for you. So this is just how we are. This is just how I've always wanted to be for my kids. I just want unconditional support. I don't want to ever be like that weird parent that's like, well, you did this and you didn't listen to me for this, so that therefore I'm cutting you off. Like that's the weirdest thing. Like how is that going to help your kid? How is that going to freaking help your kid by cutting them off? What is that going to do for them? They're going to go and they're going to try to get validation elsewhere. They're going to try to get money elsewhere. And what does that lead to? A lot of problems. You have to be there for your kids. It's not a handout. It's being a mother and being a father. That's what you're supposed to do. Baby, I could never fall asleep during law school exams. Law school exams are like stress.